So many buyers entered the market last year because of the low interest rates, and then after getting beat up, beat out, and worn down, a lot of them would say, well, we're okay looking at a fixer-upper. So today we're gonna look at a perfect fixer-upper in a great neighborhood in Kaimuki, and we're gonna talk about buying a fixer-upper, we're gonna talk about selling a fixer-upper, and then we're also gonna take a walk around this great neighborhood in Honolulu called Kaimuki. Coffee Talk seriously has the best cold brew in all the land. You know, Kaimuki wasn't necessarily a place that I visited when I was a kid or a teenager. I feel like the restaurants and the businesses used to cater to the residents specifically in this area. But now Kaimuki has transitioned into kind of like a Brooklyn to Manhattan, and it's really trendy, yet it's super comforting as well with some really cool places to eat. And it's also a spillover neighborhood. So for those that desire Kahala or Diamond Head, so think of that more like Malibu or Beverly Hills, but maybe want a more modest way of living, maybe like Mar Vista in LA, that's what Kaimuki has become. The location of Kaimuki is amazing. It's really easy to get on and off the freeway. You're minutes away from Waikiki and Diamond Head, and you're also very close to UH, as well as great private schools like St. Louis, Chaminade, Punahou, Midpack, Marinol, and Iolani. And what mid-40s person hasn't developed an affinity for wine? One of the greatest places to pick up wine is just down the street at Tamura's, but whenever you're going to that dinner with friends and you've got a nice bottle of Pinot Noir or Sauvignon Blanc and you need some cheese or charcuterie to go with it, you can stop inside Bubbly Bleu. And if you need some comforting local dessert, how about Pipeline Bakery for some made-to-order malasadas? So everybody thinks Leonard's has the best malasadas, but I think it's Pipeline Bakeshop. This home is very typical of the homes you'll find in Kaimuki that were built in the 1930s. Many of them are still lived in by the original families and passed down through generations. Such is the case with this very special home in Kaimuki. When buying a fixer-upper, it's really important to consider financing. Now, a traditional bank or a mortgage broker may not be able to lend on a home like this. Cash is king, but I mean, who the heck has $1 million laying around? I'll leave that to you flippers out there to talk about all of your creative strategies in buying a home with cash, and also you guys that are saying you're gonna retire by the time you're 40. I mean, I'm mid-40s, no hate, but just saying. I had a broker's open yesterday, and I want to say at least 5 out of 15 potential buyers asked the typical flippy type of questions, right? Like, what do you think the after repair value is for this home? How much do you think I need to put into it for repairs? And the answer to it, which isn't exactly a straightforward answer, is it depends. It depends on what you're willing to do to the house, the types of finishes that you're going to do. But what's most important is the structural integrity of the home, the beams, fixing termite damage, electrical components, plumbing, things like that. And it often takes longer than you think, and it often costs more than you think. But you know, these flippers are certainly very sophisticated, and they have this stuff down to a science. Don't mind the jackhammer. Okay, so I ask every buyer that I work with to give me their wish list. What's the location you're looking for? What kind of lot are you looking for? Do you need a yard? Do you need a garage? Does it need to have 2 stories, single level? How many bedrooms? A home like this definitely checks a lot of boxes because of the location. It is on a flat lot, it's a corner lot, it's in a really quiet area. Maybe not right now, but a quieter area of Kaimuki. But it is probably gonna cost somewhere around $200,000 to fix it up. And remember that your repair costs are not financed. Those need to be liquid funds. So you know, at a price tag of $999,000 for this home, plus another $200,000 for repairs, maybe you'll need to compromise a few things. Maybe you need to live further out from Honolulu and endure 2 hours of traffic every day, but you'll get the house that you were looking for at about maybe $900,000 in a place like Ewa Beach. The 3 words every realtor lives by: location, location, location. And this location is pretty much unbeatable, thus the $1 million price tag. I find that anytime I've sold a home like this, it's usually because of one of the 3 Ds: death, divorce, or distress. When you see a home like this with deferred maintenance, one of those is usually the reason. And our generation is facing this more than ever before. If you need help in this area, please don't feel ashamed. This home is so full of wonderful memories, but it's time for this family to let it go and to allow a new family to make memories in it. Letting go of something we love is never easy, but you are so worthy of the blessings that wait on the other side. In preparing a home like this for sale, it's really important to determine your personal goals, your timing, your budget. With this home, for example, this family chose not to do any repairs, but rather to market it as is. Now, paint and carpentry might have cost about $20,000 to improve curb appeal, but really how much would that have returned on investment, knowing that the person that's going to buy this is going to fix it up anyway? So we chose to market it as is. Fixer-uppers can be fun. They can also be not so fun. Once you start opening walls, it can be like pulling a thread. Oh, looky there, we have to fix that and that. But one thing that fixer-uppers, whether you're buying or selling, have in common is closure. And what I see with these emotional types of letting go of property is that there's always hope in the end. There's healing and no regrets. Once it's done, it's done. If you're in this season of your life and I can help you, please let me know. And the next time you're in Kaimuki, make sure you grab some of this delicious local gelato from Via Gelato.